Hello friends, welcome back to my sewing desk. So pardon the little mess all over the place here. I actually didn't use much of these thread. This is from the last project, but I wanted to show you the variation on my Komebukuro Japanese rice bag. So here's the one that I was working on. I'm gonna call it finished. I used some indigo blue Japanese fabric on this one, and I just added some embellishment on there. This guy here took me forever, but I did it. I think it looks so adorable. Of course, my sashiko patchwork here, just a bunch of Japanese print fabric, and then I just did my sashiko stitching on there. It's a denim pocket with a care instruction on it, and I just kind of added in there, and I love how this guy turned out. It kind of reminds me of a cherry blossom. And then I took the little tag and just added on there and did a little bit of sashiko stitching with swirly fern. And so this measures 8 by 8, so it's probably about 7 3/4 now, or 7.5 with the seam allowance of 1/4 inch on each hand. So and I did a very light batting on it. Personally, I like the really soft fabric as opposed to this guy here. So this one I did a little bit more of a stiffer, a much thicker interfacing, and here's what that iron-on interfacing. It's quite thick as opposed to what I use on the larger one. It's almost like see-through. Let me share with you what they are so you can have a reference on exactly what I use. So the thicker batting is Felon 973F fusible fleece, and then the other one is also Felon, and it's P as in Peter 44F fusible interfacing. So those are the two I use, and I much prefer this one just because I like the very ever so soft feeling of it, you know. And though this is still nice and soft, it holds body. So when you crunch it like so, it goes back to shape. So if you like that, then I recommend using that particular interfacing. So many variation. On this one I use rope. Now I left the masking tape, painter's tape on there. This just to help you thread it through the loop, and it prevents your rope from unraveling. So at this point you can take it off now, because we don't need it. We secured our rope in place, so I can just remove it. But I wanted to just kind of show you just a little tip on you know, how you can control those unraveling edges on the rope. So just like that. And you can use any tape. You can use your clear all-purpose tape, you know, or I like using my painter's tape. I just happen to have blue. We have a lot of blue painter's tape around this house, so I just kind of reusing them. So that's how it is. And this one is quite large. Like I said, I started out at 8 by 8 square. So but yeah, I had so much fun. I think it turned out so pretty. So I will be listing a few of this item in my Etsy shop if you want to get your hands on one of them. Come early come and grab yours before they are gone. So this one, you can see I did not do any embellishment on it. So just because I like to do slow stitching on my project doesn't mean you have to do yours. So this one I did not do anything, just to share with you guys some of the variation that you could do with your rice bag. You can also use a solid fabric like I did here. You can pick floral fabric, whatever fabric that you like at the moment. You can certainly do that. You can use that. So yeah, like I said, this one I did not put any embellishment, but that doesn't mean I cannot still add some embellishment on here if I choose to do so. You can still do it, especially if you have not closed that little opening that we had when we turn our project right side out. That's still open. Absolutely, you can stick your hands in there and still be able to add some more embellishment. So on the cording, I use silk fabric on the cording here, and silk is just really fine fabric and really soft. Now I wanted to keep this closure, the cinch, a little bit more of a body, so I decided I made my tube, and then I kind of fed this yarn in it. And you can use any yarn, you can use any crochet yarn. This happened to be just they're ever so soft. What it called? Let me see. This was just leftover from a project I did over the holiday for the bag, crochet bag that I made. But it's called Big Twist Plush, and it is size super bulky, size 6 yarn. So I mean, you can use anything. It doesn't have to be that way. Whatever size you feel like it's gonna work for your project. So that's what I did here. I added that on there, so it gives it a little bit more of a body to it. It's more manageable, and it gives a nice soft feeling to your wrist when you put it around your wrist, if you were to use it as a carry-on little purse or whatnot. So, and then on this one, I went ahead and did some embellishment on it, and as you can see, I went horizontal as opposed to vertical from the original project that I did. So you can do many variation on this. Also, I wanted to share to not limit yourself with oh, I'm running out of particular stitch to embellish the bag. What else can I do to add some pretty stitching on my project? Don't limit yourself in just embroidery stitching. Take a look at what I did here. I took a look at the fabric. This happened to be a batik fabric print, and on this fabric there were just some, looks like lines, the clear lines that was going and running all over the place. You can still see a little bit of it, but for the most part I took them in and I just did a running stitch. And you can take a look at the fabric as well. There's some circles going around. So what I did is I took some of those circles and I took some colored DMC floss, and in my mind I'm doing rocks. So I took kind of like a brown and a dark brown color of DMC floss there, and just kind of did a running stitch around each circle to kind of make it appear like rocks. There's more there. I could do a little bit more, but I thought I'd stop there. Remember this fabric, I love this fabric, and I love doing some daisy stitch on it, particularly with my white sashiko thread, and it kind of gives the piece a second dimension to it once I've done the embroidery. So yeah, please don't limit yourself. It's your project, go for it. If you feel like your project is looking like, ooh, I don't like the way it looks, you know what, chances are it's not done yet. You're not done embellishing it, you're not done working on it. So just keep working on it, and eventually you will get to the point where, oh, I really like that, I think that's pretty, and then you're gonna feel like, oh, okay, I think it's done. So yeah, don't feel that. And then of course, if you absolutely just don't like it, you can just undo everything, take your scissors and just remove everything, and then start all over again. So All right, friends, so that's the many variation of rice bag that I was able to come up with, and I know there's more. And originally a rice bag is built with a big rectangular piece, but I find that taking it in a quarter pieces is much more easier, manageable, and so easy to put together, so I prefer to do it this way. So, and lastly, I wanted to share with you guys on this particular one, I went ahead and just connected the rope here, and I took a fabric scrap and just sew it over to cover that stitching, that connector there, so it looks a little better. And they didn't have to be the same fabric. I think it adds a nice little detail, colorful details into the project. So you can certainly do that as well. So, and then of course you can also add beads at the end of your rope if you have the right size, you know. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I was filming from start to the end, but I realized I've already shared with you guys how I constructed the rice bags. So so I opted to just go ahead and just stick to the many different variation that I was able to come up with the bags. So all right, friends, that's all for now. I'll go ahead and end this video, and I hope that you liked it. You find some inspiration with all the details that I've done. This guy here, I had some circular plastic. That this was an old binder that my daughter used for school last year, and she didn't need them anymore. She was gonna throw them away. I said, no, let me have them, and I'll make templates out of them. So I had made some circle, I had made my little fish template out of it, and then also my heart, for my heart, a little sachet bag. So I recycle everything for the most part. I don't like to throw things away. So I just kind of took this circle. They're not perfect, but that's all right. And then I just kind of placed them the way I wanted them, and then just drew a line. So that kind of adds a little bit of embellishment. So simple stuff like that you can certainly do. And then this guy right here, I just love. I think it's so adorable. So anyways, all right, friends, thank you so much. If you have any question, feel free to put them in the comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer them the best way I know how. So thank you again. For now, I will end it here, and I will chat with you again very soon. Take care. Bye.